Hi everybody, it's Shelley Sakala with the Sakala Group, and I have 5 tips today to help you get your contracts, your offers accepted. I mean, this market has just been absolutely on fire, and the consistent thing that I'm hearing from buyers is that it is so extremely difficult to get any of their offers accepted. I mean, one of the things you for sure have to do though is work with an experienced realtor. That is going to help you a ton. But when writing an offer, first of all, I would always add what's called an escalation clause, which means we could write an offer. If the purchase price was $100,000, we would write an offer for $100,000, but we would say that we would go up to $110,000 at the very highest end and beat any competing offers by say $500 or $1,000. So you have to figure out what you're most comfortable with as far as where that high end price point is going to be for you. So the other thing is offer to cover the appraisal gap. So if you know that you're going in with an offer that is higher than the asking price and there's some concern about it appraising, and you have the cash to make up the difference if the appraisal comes in low, write that into the offer that you're willing to cover that gap in the event of a low appraisal. So the third thing I would do is also make inspections just as easy as possible. I would never say to not get an inspection. You have to have an inspection, but you can accept the property in as is condition, which means you're basically telling the seller, we're not going to nickel and dime you. We're not going to ask for a couple of slipped roof tiles, things like that to be replaced. You will still have the inspection, so you'll know if there's anything major with the AC or the plumbing or the electrical, all of those main items. So you would still be aware of that, but basically you're saying, we're not going to nickel and dime you. We're not going to ask you for a bunch of small things. So the fourth thing is offer a lease back if you can. Try to make your offer just as wrapped up with a bow and as nice for the seller as possible. So if they need a long close of escrow, you can do that. If you want to get it closed and have it done, then you offer a lease back for some, sellers that possibly depends on where they're going next, and they may be building a house, so they may want to lease back their property for a month or 2 months. If you can be flexible in that way, that helps a ton. And then the fifth thing, and I think it's very important because I am primarily a listing agent. I also do deal with buyers, but I do have a lot of listings. So we've been dealing with this whole multiple offer situation. So what you need to do is write a letter. You have to appeal to their sensitivities, to their heart, write a letter about your family, why you love the house, just really explain to the seller who you are, and that also helps a ton.